The residential buildings outside of Roseway's walls are mostly sealed off, with the exception of a few that provide us with more insight into what happened when Auntie Cleo's decided to almost entirely abandon the region. For example, if we head east down the road towards the malfunctioning automechanical and then turn right, we find a home with a locked door. It's pretty easy to open though, all you need is a lockpicking skill of 15 or higher. Inside, we find some light and heavy ammo on top of a dining table, a couple bottles of Spectrum vodka, mock apple cider, and some other minor loot. There's also a terminal in this room that we learn belonged to one B. Martin. On it, we can read a message from Auntie Cleo's administrative office. Dear Sir and or Madam, effective immediately, all operations in the Roseway laboratory and outpost have been terminated. Auntie Cleo values your commitment to serving our company and will arrange for your transportation and relocation to one of 3 available Auntie Cleo worker facilities, with the following restrictions. 1. Relocation fees will be deducted from pay. 2. If your pay is insufficient to cover necessary relocation fees, you may apply for a relocation fee loan. 3. Approval of loans requires an audit of your work history and permanent record. 4. If you would like to apply for an audit, please submit a request for a place in our surprise audit waitlist. 5. Please include your audit fee paid in full. 6. If you cannot pay for your audit, please apply for an audit fee loan. This is getting ridiculous. 7. Approval of loans requires an audit of your work history and permanent record. Thank you for cooperating with Auntie Cleo's relocation and on-site erasure protocol. Please remember that, effective immediately, all registered Auntie Cleo workers are strictly forbidden from confirming or denying the existence of the Roseway laboratory and outpost. Violating this directive may be punishable by a fine, mandatory re-education, or a surprise audit. I couldn't do it, folks! I think if I were forced to live on Terra 2, I'd go insane. I honestly think I'd rather cover myself in steak sauce and throw myself into a raptidon pen than try to live with all these ridiculous rules, regulations, and fees. If we go back to the main page of this terminal and click on Personal Files, then we get an error message. All personal files have been purged from terminal memory. Please be informed that all data and information stored in Roseway laboratory and outpost terminals are the property of Auntie Cleo. Any attempt to restore lost data constitutes theft. Auntie Cleo appreciates your cooperation. Backing out of the terminal, we can head over to the bed where we find snakeskin? Well, that's different. I don't think I've seen that before in the game. I believe this can be used as a ship decoration. So if you're into snakeskin and want your room aboard the Unreliable to look exotic, be sure to pick this up, I guess. Heading back out to the road and traveling past the automechanical, which just won't seem to shut up, we can enter another building on our right. This door requires 2 mag picks to unlock, but there's a bin inside filled with a generous amount of loot, so I think it's worth the investment. There's even 2 suits of leaded armor, for some reason. After exiting the home and taking out a couple of raptidons across the way, we can travel north and then enter into a third home on our left. There's a one-legged Cleo security recruit lying dead on the floor, killed by a raptidon no doubt, some minor loot scattered about, and an old journal lying on the bed. Dad, I'm writing this on the odds that you found your way back here. I'm sorry I wasn't here to see you. They're moving us out of town, all of us. I don't know where we're going. Hoping that wherever it is, they've got a lab as nice as Roseway's. We were doing some good work, real science for once. I don't know why they're moving us, and I don't know when we'll see each other again. And Dad, do me a favor and burn this journal. I'm not allowed to even mention the name Roseway. Far as corporate's concerned, this town never existed. I don't want to get in trouble. Well, that's a touching message, but it's not signed by anybody. That's a real shame. I was really hoping to find out who the note was written by, and who the intended recipient was. Perhaps we'll find out as we continue our playthrough of the game. Just down the road on our left is an unlocked bin containing a whole bunch of goodies, including a Sure Grip, a Whisper Quiet Muzzler, 25-bit cartridges, and a weapon called Officer's Spine. The officer's spine deals 137 DPS and has a bleeding effect on enemies. According to the description, the origin of the weapon is shrouded in mystery. It is extremely sharp, exceptionally sturdy, and designed to coat the blade with acid as it's unsheathed, with vents along the blade to keep it coated while drawn. I admit I didn't try out the officer's spine yet in my playthrough, but if you have, let me know how you like it. And that's about it, folks. Those are all of the residential buildings we can access outside the walls of Roseway. If nothing else, at least we're walking away with a little bit more loot than we had before, and a little bit more insight into what happened when Auntie Cleo ordered the near-complete evacuation of Roseway. It must have been utter chaos trying to relocate as an employee, what with all the absurd fees and special requirements. Talk about a headache. My next few videos will be slightly shorter than normal because I'm away on vacation. Have no fear though, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be back with longer, more in-depth lore videos starting on Wednesday, January 8th. It's my hope that you'll join me as we continue our adventures into the new year. As you know, I post new videos on the Outer Worlds every Wednesday and Sunday. So be sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification icon so that you can be alerted when I post new content. If you're so inclined, leave a like on this video too. I'd really appreciate it. I'll be back in just a few days with a brand new video on the Outer Worlds, but that's all I've got for now. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.